I was that little girl whose dad would bring her into the men's room. I've never had anybody hold their genitals and stare at me in the women's bathroom. The men's, though, I'd walk into like 7 old men holding just staring at me. I want dads bringing their daughter in the women's bathroom.
That's a child in there, a little girl. Like, use the men's bathroom.
Okay, I'm a woman. With me in the women's bathroom, so I took her to the men's. We got our bags with us. We walk into the bathroom, and this homeless guy just comes out of the stall.
See, little man.
There is a man with his 2 little girls using the women's bathroom.
So everyone's arguing about the dad who took his daughters into the women's bathroom. But this problem started before that viral clip. A lot of dads are being put in a no-win situation when there's no family bathroom. What are they supposed to do?
I want dads bringing their daughter in the women's bathroom, okay? One dude in a women's bathroom is a hell of a lot safer than one chick in a bathroom full of men. I was that little girl whose dad would bring her into the men's room because he was a single dad, and he was afraid there might be a dude hiding in the women's, right? That's never happened to me. I've never had anybody hold their genitals and stare at me in the women's bathroom. The men's, though, I'd walk into like 7 old men holding their dicks just staring at me. And not staring at me as in like, oh, there's a little girl here, that's odd. Never mind, she's with her dad. Back to what I was staring at me. That's why I realized what my dad was afraid of happened to me in the women's bathroom. Because I saw the way the men looked at me when my fucking dad, big scary guy, was standing right there. Now, my dad was doing this to protect me, right? Because he was a good dad. He would kill a motherfucker who fucked with me. But men are not good protectors. They can't identify threats because they are the threat. And they don't even realize it. So you're real good at reacting after something bad happens. You're not able to prevent it because you can't even clock it beforehand. I would go into the swimming pool, had no family change rooms. I would go in with my dad. There'd be like naked men walking around. That didn't faze me. The way they stared at me did. I, at 5 years old, could clock more threats and fucking predators than my dad and brother combined. And sometimes I would point it out, and I'd be like, this guy's weird. Something's off with this guy. And my dad would be like, oh, kill him. Like, what's he doing? And then he would like observe his behavior and be like, what are you talking about? Men are always like, I would kill some. You can't even clock it before it happens. You would kill someone who hurt your kid. You're not able to prevent it beforehand because you can't even tell when they're about to do it. And men will hear me say this and be like, oh, well, that's just not a good protector then. I'm able to spot things like that. I have really good situational awareness. Bullshit. So many fucking women relate to having some guy in their life tell them their whole life, I'd kill for you, I'd kill for you, I'd kill for you. And then as soon as you point out a threat, they're like, no, it's not. Women just get too afraid. You're perfectly safe. Yeah, give them the benefit of the doubt. Why are you judging them like that? You're the threat. Those are those moments when you realize you're the fucking threat too. You don't even know what a threat is. Clearly you're doing it. And people who hear me say this will also go, oh, this is why we shouldn't have gender neutral bathrooms. This is why trans people shouldn't be allowed to use the bathroom of their choice. When I go into a women's bathroom and the stall is this far above my head and the crack that you can see exactly who's in that stall is this fucking wide, I have to look, when I'm peeing, I have to look above me to make sure no one's peeking over the stall and below me to make sure no one's peeking under. Up, down, up, down. I don't do that in a gender neutral bathroom because the stall is from the floor to the ceiling. There's no crack for them to peek through to see how old you are. They're not able to see the size feet of everybody lined up. Every single chick I know has been sexually assaulted. 0 have been by men pretending to be women. But a lot of them are hot and rich, which men think you can't rape anyone if you're hot and rich. Because if you're hot, why would you need to rape anybody? You can just have consensual sex. Because rape is about power and control, not just the inability to get laid, dumbass. Well, no, he didn't rape her. She's just claiming that because she wants some of his money. So you think rich men can't rape? Well, why would he need to do that? He'd risk all his power. Because that makes him feel powerful, and that's his excuse. You fucking idiot. So I'm not worried about trans people. I'm not worried about fucking gender neutral bathrooms being dangerous. I'm worried about those little girls who have to go into the men's room with their single dad. That's what I'm worried about.
And that's the part a lot of people skip over. Everybody talks about where the dad is allowed to go, but nobody talks about what about the little girl has to experience. And for a lot of dads, the men's restroom doesn't feel like the safest option.
Got my baby with me and she had to use the bathroom. You take her to the women's bathroom. I don't feel comfortable in the women's bathroom. I don't think many women are going to be comfortable with me in the women's bathroom, so I take her to the men's. We got our bags with us. We walk into the bathroom and this homeless guy just comes out of the stall and it smells terrible in there. You know, he was in there doing what he had to do, not his fault. One of the porters that cleans here saw me. We're boarding? Okay. One of the porters that works here saw me and he was like, hey bro, you want me to hit the bathroom, want me to clean it for you? I said, yeah, thank you, man. And he said, yeah, bro, I got a daughter who's 5. He said, so I understand how hard it is to be a dad and try to get them in a clean bathroom where they feel comfortable and safe. Hey man, you know that chest tingly feeling like you could cry? You're not going to, but you could. I felt that, man. I felt sick. You know what I'm saying? Like it validated so many things that I felt frustrated with because they were hard. But don't nobody want to hear a man complaining about what's difficult for him. Nobody want to hear a dad complaining about what's hard. But for that man to see me struggling and understand deeply what that meant and clean that stall for my baby, man, that meant the world. I appreciate that, brother. His name is George. He works here at the Pennsylvania Amtrak station. So if you see George, dark-skinned brother with 2 braids in his hair, tell him he's doing an amazing job, because I'm going to email the supervisor and do just that.
This dad did what people say dads should do. He avoided the women's restroom and took his daughters into the men's restroom. But then the bathroom wasn't clean. And that's exactly why dads are stuck with no good options.
That's a child in there. A little girl. Like, use the men's bathroom.
Okay. I'm a woman. What's the matter? What's the matter?
Man.
Yeah, do you even have any kids?
Yo,
Right
just
at the
you
park.
hit the bathroom, man.
Y'all need to mind your business, first of all. Mind your business before y'all get included in some stuff you don't want to be included in.
No,
okay?
you need to go. You need to go. Seriously.
No, you're not.
My daughter has to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to allow you to come in the bathroom where she's going to use the bathroom.
Not about the police.
That is
It's
not
about
going to
the
happen.
kids.
That's not going to happen. I don't care what you're talking about.
Please watch your kids at the park.
What's
Please pay
available
attention to where they're going.
to
You can either leave or you can deal with it.
You're going to have to move. You're going to have to move.
Oh, easy.
You're going to have to move.
Oh, no.
You're going to have to move.
Hold up. Stop the nonsense with that damn big old bushwhacker beard you got, bro. Yeah, you're a man. You're like a big, grizzly, manly man. Like, you try to make a light little, like, feminine voice, and it's all, like, deep, bro. Damn, left the Halloween store with a new wig and a dress, and now you're trying to go into the children's restroom at the park. What is wrong with people, man? Who do y'all think he voted for, by the way? This big old, massive, muscular, masculine, hairy, grizzly man.
Let me go in there. Huh? Make sure nobody in here. Hello? See? There go man. There goes the man. There's the man. See what I'm saying? There's the man. You know this is the women's bathroom, right? Sorry. That's the women's bathroom. A man in the women's bathroom. That's why you gotta go in here with your kids. Let me make sure nobody else ain't in here.
I'm standing in the doorway of the ladies' bathroom. Okay? My wife, there is a man with his 2 little girls using the women's bathroom.
Wash your hands, baby.
He is. He's washing his hands with his daughters right now. He is leaving it.
It's all right, baby.
She is waiting to use the restroom with her mother, who is very ill
Wash your hands.
and who is on oxygen.
It's okay. Some of them are just immature.
And he's refusing. He's taking his sweet time.
I have 2 girls washing their hands.
You let this lady, this woman is she's a woman. She can bring her daughters in here. She's the manager of the QT.
I'm their
You can
dad.
ask her. I understand. And you don't have any business bringing them into the women's bathroom.
They're girls. They go to the women's bathroom.
As soon as he leaves the women's bathroom, I will. I'm standing in the doorway. And he's taking his own sweet time. Hey, sweetheart. This is ridiculous, man.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. Some men are just immature.
Here you go, babe. Right here, bro.
You dry your hands? Alright, come on. Hold my hand.
Cross on the front and the gray shirt. You can video me, okay? And you got
Don't
a
put
shirt
your hands
on?
on me.
Yeah, well, stop videoing me.
Yeah, he
then.
just put his hands on me.
I touched
operator.
you. I brushed you on the shirt.
That's still touching
Yeah,
me.
that's
Don't put your
ridiculous.
hands on me.
That's ridiculous.
I got it on video.
He's a white man. He's about 5'10".
Tell him to get here soon.
I know, she's trying to get into the women's bathroom, and she can't. He's out now. He's standing
this
here
guy making a
videoing
big
me.
deal about me taking my little girls
justifying what he's doing
to the women's restroom. Because he wants me to take them to the men's restroom.
I'm just standing here.
Probably a weirdo that wants to see them in there. Are they coming down here? Do I need to stay down here?
Police are
Or
on the way, yes.
do I need to speak to them?
No, you can come and talk to them right here.
Because I'm on a road trip trying to get home.
We're on a road trip too, and I couldn't get in the bathroom.
Public places need more family bathrooms and more common sense. Most parents are just trying to keep their children safe. So if you were a dad alone with 2 young daughters, what would you do?